want round two? Huh? You want Covert Radio round two on the mic? No, I'll save you from that. Even though the couple very nice emails I got, and by nice, I mean they weren't nice at all, of critiquing Covert Radio's rap skills, you know what I mean? No, I don't know. I don't know why you just wouldn't leave comments, you know what I mean? I think that, some people, they'd rather email me, or maybe that's just how they roll. They email everybody that they want to shit all over, because it's more personal that way, you know what I mean? Like in a comment, I guess maybe it could be deleted before anybody sees it, or what have you, or not even make it to the video at all. But an email, it's nice and personal, you know what I mean? So that way you make sure I got it. But I want to thank you for that. I'm not affected. I hate to tell you that. I've been doing this for over 20 years. I have tens of thousands of hours in the studio, and I don't think that's going to change. I mean, it's slowed down a lot, but I'm a producer, I make music, and I have a publishing company and whatnot. And I could sit here and we could go over so much great music, but because of haters like that, I can't, you know what I mean? So, and it's not me, it's the it's people that I've worked with, you know what I mean? I've worked with maybe 1,000 people that some of them have deals, they've gotten deals, they have publishing deals, they have recording contracts. So I mean, it doesn't, music is in the eye of the beholder. It's the same as art. You got to find your tribe. You're not gonna make everybody happy. And I'm not saying it was a joke. It wasn't a joke at all. But you notice a lot of my music, like, I've said this before, 95, maybe 90, 95, maybe higher. I can't really tell because it's been over 5 years almost, but the amount of music I've played on Covert Radio, 95% of it is mine. It's my own published music. So if you've noticed, a lot of my music is very, very militant. It's very, melodic. It's very atonal. It's war music, and I don't pretend that that's not what's naturally in me, because that is what's naturally in me. I've never tried to sound like anybody else. I just write what I feel, you know what I mean? And it's the same thing with words. I've never tried to mince words, you know what I mean? It's all artistry. That's what it is. I mean, I don't have any qualms of your opinions or anything like that, because I've done this for so long. I've had doors slammed in my face. I've heard, it's just, I don't know. It's different. I don't know. Maybe criticism affects, this person. Maybe that would crush them or whatever. I don't know. I don't really care, to be honest, but it is what it is. I don't have anything to prove at all, The other emails I've gotten, I got 4 emails. And again, makes me wonder, how come people wouldn't just comment? Again, maybe you did comment, maybe they're not showing up. I don't know, because if you've looked at the last 2 videos, Covert Radio is under heavy, heavy, heavy censorship. And but I did want to address this. I want to address one video or one email I got, because it's very, very important, because I'm not sure, maybe a lot of you guys may think like this as well. And I'm just surmising. I'm not going to mention any names, but I'm just surmising what they said. Well, Covert Radio, did you ever consider that maybe the owner of the channel removed or hid, or, don't show user, because there are little options that moderators and channel owners have. That if somebody leaves a comment on your video, you have different options. You can choose to hide it. Here, wait, I'll show you right here. Hold on. Let's see here. Okay, wait, let me see if there's any comments on this. No comments. And again, I don't know if nobody left comments or what. And let's see here. I'll show you what I mean real quick. We'll go to here. Let me pause that so it don't play. Okay, so, and you may not know this. I don't know. Like Mean Mary Jane. You guys can see that. See these little dots here? Moderators and channel owners can click on that, and you can pin it, you can remove it, you can report it, and you can hide user from channel. And they said to me, they're like, well, how do you know that the user, the person who owns that channel, this channel right here, the one we're looking at, I mean, it's a picture of a picture, but how do you know that they didn't, hide you on the channel? So you can still see your comments, but nobody else can. Here's why I know that's not the case. Number one, this channel called Mr. Sunshine Baby. He's a newer channel. He's from 2019. I never knew this channel existed until 72 hours ago because of my keyword searching for Ottawa riots, Ottawa this, Ottawa truckers, so I've been, immersing myself. Wait, what's that word? Immersion. Immersing? I don't know. But I've been really, I've been diving deep into a lot of these videos for Ottawa, because again, I have a very bad feeling that this is going to get bad. It's going to get bad. History has shown that in the United States that this never works without eventually death. And, the ramifications of Trudeau or the prime ministers or the premiers or the Queen Mother herself or King Charles, because she hasn't been in power in over a year or so. But whatever they're going to do, they're not going to show weakness. And if they back down now, that's a sign of weakness. And that would mean that the peasants can have an uprising anytime they want, like an Arab Spring. So my opinion is, and just based on history, they're not going to back down. And the only way the government is going to back down is if they have a plan B immediately ready to go. And that plan B is, and very possibly going to be, a war with Russia. Because any moment, literally, Russia could invade Ukraine. Their posture, their drills, the way everything's lining up, they said yesterday, 24 to 48 hours, there could be an invasion. And if that happens, it literally will be World War III. I have a whole video about this. I haven't had time to get yet. And it deals with Henry Groover, who was a walking pastor, prophet, and he had a vision like a long time ago in the 80s about a war with Russia. And it's powerful. It really, really is. And I wanted to cover that in this short video. But again, I know this person didn't block me because we don't know about each other. He would have no idea who Covert Radio is. I have no idea who he is. Obviously, we're like-minded because he is pro trucker convoy. I'm also pro freedom and rights and people being able to peacefully protest. I'm a fan of that. But again, not everybody is like that. So this is, again, all the reasons I know. And the other reason is this guy's monetized. He lives in a van. He's a van dweller. And I also know from that community, because I'm part of that community as well. Well, I was strong for a while, but not so much recently. But anyway, these people live off of YouTube money. So every comment, every interaction, every like, everything is counted as interactions. So a lot of these van dwellers or people that are monetized do not do any heavy filtering or censorship or removing, because they want the interactions. They want the ticks to keep going up and up and up and up. And this kid here is trying to blow up anyway. I mean, he's already gained a bunch of subscribers over him uploading all this Ottawa stuff. So that's one reason I know. And the other reason I know is because, again, I used the exact same comment. It wasn't that much later. I copied and pasted the comment that Covert Radio said under a different user account, and it had no problem going through. And again, it wasn't that much later. So if this was a thing where he stepped in and said, oh, no, hide user, well, why wouldn't he hide Covert? I mean, it's the same name, Covert Radio War Room compared to Covert Radio. The other reason is this has been happening to me. Here's the epiphany, though. I didn't realize that it was personal until last night. I didn't realize that it's personal until last night. Just like Exposing King said, there's a list of words, and the bots watch everything. The algorithms are you can't upload a video without a computer listening to it first. You know that, right? Before any video is published on YouTube, there's an algorithm that sifts down through the whole video. That's why the longer the video, the longer it takes for encoding, because there is artificial intelligence listening to every word that is being said before you're allowed to publish. And right in the beginning of the AI script running, especially dealing with any music in the video, they know before publishing if there's copywritten music. They know if there's a copywritten, movie or something playing. They adjust all the copyright information, if you're allowed to use it, if they don't want you to use it. Like, all of this stuff goes on before you can even publish a video on YouTube. So, there's that aspect of it too. I don't know. I always thought that I'm using phrases or words for the last year or so that are on this list that Exposing King talked about, and that's why my comments weren't going through. And I've even tried to maybe it's that word, and I'll reword it. I'll delete the comment on somebody's channel and I'll reword it and put it back up. And with no success. So this is personal. I'm in some sort of a prison cell. I've been in some sort of a prison cell. And, I don't know why they just don't take the channel. Why this? Why the manipulation? Why, having me believe that I can interact on YouTube? The only people that can see my content are people that are either directly linked to the channel or the video or my subscribers. And other than that, I mean, I may have about a 30, because I am able to make comments. I can comment on some, and I do almost every day. It's just that if my pinky toe goes outside the prison door, I'm censored. I can't talk. Whereas if I'm using another account, I can say whatever I want. And we all know through the last years, especially dealing here, what kind of stuff is allowed on YouTube. It's mind-blowing. Remember the documentary, small one I did, called YouTube's Dirty Little Secret? I mean, we're talking about a corporation who really has no moral compass to pass judgment on anyone. So the censorship is directly in line with communism. It's political censorship, and it's based around, again, thought. It's not what I say, it's what I want you guys to think. How to think. How to consider something else. Well, did you ever think of this? They're saying this, and that, but did you ever think of this? Just one little spark can change your entire perception. I'm going to run a quick test and then this video's over. I want you to watch this video. It's only about, here's Mr. Sunshine Baby. He's a pocket full of sunshine, fitness, cycling, van life. He lives in his van. It's a very nice van. His channel was December 9th, 2019. And, he's fairly new. Like I said, this isn't, hide user. This isn't at that at all, which, I'm answering somebody's email. Thank you. You know what I mean? But that's not what this is. Again, I have 50 examples of this. This is the first time I've actually put it on the channel. And now this is the first time that I finally realized it's personal. So thank you though. It's not, the moderators or the owner of the channel hiding me. It's not that at all, because this has been happening to me for over probably a couple years, I'd say. I'm trying to think back. It's just, again, I thought I was violating keywords or something, but that's really not what it is. I'm not allowed to be an influencer. You understand what I'm saying? That's the bottom line. I am not allowed to be an influencer. Now, somebody like that Ollie or Oil, whatever his name was, who married a cardboard cutout of a Korean pop star who had $250,000 of reconstructive surgery to look like a Korean. He's a white kid from Britain. He is considered an influencer. That's influential. Destroy your face, destroy your body, redo everything, and marry a cardboard cutout. Book plane tickets, 2 plane tickets from Britain to Las Vegas. One for you and one for your cardboard cutout so you can get married. Okay? That is an influencer. I am not allowed to influence anybody. Now you understand why this is happening? Because again, if more people thought like me and a lot of you guys listening to me, I know this would be an unreal country. This would be an unreal planet. There would be no starvation. There would be no racism. There would be no hate. There would be no separation. Because I still firmly believe at the end of the day, we're all pretty much the same. We all pretty much want the same things. There are lunatics. There's always going to be lunatics. And they would be dealt with accordingly. But you understand though? I'm not allowed to influence anybody. I'm in segregation. I'm in a tiny padded cell by myself. I want you to watch this really quickly. I'm going to show you 2 videos. Now, let's see here. This is, well, you know what? Let's see here. Yeah. I just want you to see this. Well, how does this make you feel? It's 50 seconds long.
We're free! We're free! We're free! We're free!
You see the 2 sides lining up. This is how they're going to do it. They're going to keep, and it's the same recipe in America with George Soros and, those funded organizations like Antifa that have millions of dollars for signage and clothing and weapons and body armor and transportation. We've seen the video of the U-Haul trucks pulling up 3 blocks away from a protest. The door flies open and you have an Antifa, leader there just handing out signage, weapons here. Make sure you say this. Here's a bullhorn. Here's this. And then they look like they're an organized group, but it's really being controlled by the communists, the ones who want to destroy the country. So you see the 2 sides lining up, and that's how they're gonna bring the military into Ottawa without it looking like, full-fledged tyranny. We are peacekeepers. We got to keep the peace. these anti-protesters are protesting the protesters. And then violence broke up. Because if you don't think there's military on both sides of this crowd, then you know nothing about history. There's special ops on both sides of the fence right now. And they all have their marching orders. And the second, in a situation like this, all it's going to take is one spark. One spark, that's it. And I literally mean one of these anti-protesters coming up to a protester and knocking a woman out. The second that happens in front of these truckers, it's going to be a bloodbath. And the only way this is going to stop is military intervention, which is exactly what Trudeau wants to do anyway. But he can't do it because he'll look like a tyrant. He has to let the storm brew. And when the time's right, somebody's going to just spark the match. And that's it. Within hours, there'll be military intervention. And then it's going to go very bad. How does this make you feel? Looking at these signs, watching these people. Go home. Go home. Science doesn't care about your beliefs. Science doesn't care about your feelings. Respect our homes. Go home. They all have their masks on. Outside in the winter, they all have their masks. Bullies go home. Thousands of people previously joined the Freedom Convoy to protest against pandemic restrictions. Now they declared a state. There was 2 states of emergencies declared. The premier of I think Ottawa, Ford, or I don't know, maybe it's another Alberta or something. They have their states of emergency. So this is all lining up to bring military in. And then, so that's what I'm showing you. You know what the truckers are doing. You've seen it. You've heard it. You've watched it. What I'm showing you are the other side of the fence. These are the people who are protesting the protesters. There's the Soviet flag. There's truck off is a sign back there. Isn't that funny? There's a U-Haul board, cardboard that's made out of they made a sign on, and U-Haul's been used consistently in America for Antifa. I don't know if they're a sponsor. I'm not saying that, but it seems like U-Haul's involved a lot into the communist program. So that's it. And really, I just want to know how this makes you feel. I guess what I'm asking you is, where are you at? I want you to answer me, please. Let's have a conversation. I want to know where you're at. Because the reason I'm saying this is I want you to understand really, truly how polar opposite people are becoming. And it's almost like 2 different forms of human being. I showed you a study a couple years ago of there was a university, I can pull it back out, but they did a in-depth study into brainwave function and patterns of a Republican and a Democrat. And it literally shows that our brains are wired differently. And why is that? Why do you think that is? But yet at the same time, the controllers want all of us to have the same medicine. You understand where that's going? You see what I mean? We're polar opposites right now. But what are we going to be when we all take the same medicine? That's like everybody in the world taking LSD. You're forced to take LSD and then watch the one television program that's on. How do you think we're going to come out of that? Most people are going to be what? They're going to be the exact same. They're going to be the ants at the picnic. You see what I mean? We're different right now. I mean, I'm polar opposite of these protesters. Go home. Don't you understand what's at stake? Can you understand what's at stake? Either they don't understand or they can't understand, and they're going to go and protest truckers who are fighting for freedom and a break from, literal medical tyranny. And the people are fighting against that. Just like the police in Australia cracking women's faces open because they don't have a mask on. Beating a woman in the face with a billy club because she does not have a mask on. Please leave a comment and let me know where you stand. I'm Covert Radio. You guys take care. Have a good day.